Tanium and Salesforce have come together and launched something all around the kind of employee experience, actually. So it's been pretty frustrating for people, I think, throughout the pandemic, when they've had the technology go wrong, because before they perhaps could just walk up to the IT help desk department and go, right, my laptop's broken, can you just fix it? Right. Yeah. Now, the problem, of course, is you can't just go into the office, or if you did, there probably wouldn't be, the IT person wouldn't be there. So how do you kind of replicate the ability to kind of get things sorted out easily and quickly? And so one of the things that Tanium and Salesforce have been working on for the last few months is, how do we take the really clever technology that Tanium is, that gives companies insight on the security level and also systems management level? How do you find out that information? How do you package it up really easily so that the person that's dealing with the IT help desk can not only see that perhaps Penny's Bluetooth headset keeps dropping out, but can also see all the data, appropriate amount of data. It's not private data, it's the system information, and perhaps about the events on that machine. So they can go and straight away go and find out the source of the problem. Perhaps it's that Penny's laptop's not got much memory, or is overloaded, is too busy, whatever it might be. So that's at the heart. I mean, there's a lot more to it than that, but that's at the heart of the proposition, really, is the ability to kind of get really good visibility into what's actually going on, regardless of where the computer is in the world, and then be able to take action on it. So be actually going to push out changes and updates. And so that's kind of, for me, I think that's vital, because the reliance I think a lot of IT departments had for a long time was on being in the office. There was so much dependency on being in the office, and it's kind of natural, right? It's an extension of what we talked about earlier. The office is kind of like the extension of the factory, and there was this assumption that everyone would just go there. And a lot of IT teams have had this assumption that at some point the laptop or the device will go into the office building, and at that point, right, great, we've seen the device, we'll update it for security and all this sort of stuff. And all that sort of model now needs to kind of be blown away, really. And if you don't catch up, the employee experience suffers. So people's devices are slower or have issues, and also fundamentally they're also less secure because they're not being kept up to date. So for me, there's a bunch of challenges that the mixed workforce presents from a security and technology sort of standpoint, which I think a lot of organizations are going to need to face into, because perhaps right now they've been able to flip into a remote only mode. But fairly soon they're going to have to deal with a situation where some people are in the office, some people are going in and out of the office. How are we going to keep on top of all of that?